What's going on, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Woo!
All right.
What we doing this week?
I kind of want to do, let's do Caribbean?
Caribbean?
Or reggae?
Okay. You want to do the beat or lyrics?
I'll do the lyrics.
Okay.
All right.
Boom, ka boom, boom, ka boom, ka boom, ka boom, ka boom, ka boom,
Boom, la God.
ka boom, ka boom, ka boom, ka
Get it?
ka boom, ka boom, ka boom.
Me say not damn. Internet, you scary. Oh, you get bloody like Mary. Damn. Internet, you scary. Boom, la God. You get bloody like Mary. Boom. Jump off the Jeep real quick. Machete in my hand and the internet dick. That's
machete in my dick?
Nope, machete in my hand with an internet dick. I was running out of stuff. I was running out of steam. I didn't know how long we was gonna take it. I did the course twice. I feel like it was enough.
That was quite a lot. That was quite a lot, actually. All right. I think reviews will come in eventually.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Though it's another episode. We got shirts.
Boom.
Check the shirts out. Damn internet, you scary. Let everybody know how you feel about the internet. You know what I'm saying?
For those that don't know, you might just be tuning in watching on YouTube, but we also have Patreon. Mm-hmm. Now, Patreon is for those that want to subscribe. We have different tiers, and those different tiers give you a lot of great options. Like one, you get early access to the shirts. So the shirts will only be on Patreon for the first couple of weeks. We're going to do pre-sale orders there and only there. You also get options for the different tiers, so you can get bonus episodes, you get exclusive footage, you get discounts to tickets and merch. You get a lot of good stuff with the Patreon, and levels start at just $5. That's right. 5 of them thanks.
I got 5 on it.
Ow.
And it's just really cool to be a patron. Because you know how like Leonardo da Vinci and Shakespeare, they all had patrons to fund their stuff? Mm-hmm. I feel like they're just like rich people that are just like, yes, entertainment. Entertain me, sir. So that's us. So check that out, guys.
Yeah, man, you get that exclusive footage.
This week I have a very interesting question for you. Mm-hmm. Do you know, like, how long does a fart follow you?
I don't know.
Like, what's the pinch off?
Yeah, that's a good question because because farts vary in length themselves. But like, I always wonder how long it takes to travel through the different garments, like the different pieces of clothing that you have.
Oh, wow. So you're saying like a sundress is immediately out, but if you have some like heavy jeans, some
jeans
Levi's,
and drawers, yeah. Because
like,
then you gotta wonder, like, does it hold the same intensity through all of through the clothes, or does it like slowly like fade off like with each layer that it has to go through?
Well, there are certain farts that sort of like leak out, and those I feel like smell.
I don't want to hear nothing about a fart leaking.
They like slowly come out, and then there's ones that are just like boom, like a fireball. Have you ever seen like infrared of? I think there was a video that went viral. It was a woman farting at a Subway, and it went out and it was like smoke. Because people try to fart and walk away, so I wonder like what the trail looks like.
Yeah, they call it crop dusting.
When you fart and walk
away? Yeah, like because you should wait a little bit, let it linger, and then get up out of that. But like when you wait only like a second, it's still attached to you. You start walking that far, like, oh shit, I'm coming too.
So wait, you're saying you should fart, stay there, and then walk away? Yeah,
fart, stay there, go in a circle, and then dip.
What do you mean go in a circle?
Because now it's a vortex. It's just right there. Like, you give it enough time to like do one of these, and then you get up out of there. Get up out of Twister before it fucks your life up.
We need confirmation of
I need a fart specialist.
I want an infrared camera just so I can play around with the science of farts. Because that would be dope. It's just like you do different tricks. It probably looks a lot like vaping.
I don't think so. I would be concerned if my farts came out like vape. Like if that much.
Like a jellyfish?
Nah, I need to get my insides checked if that's the case. Like a jellyfish? Nigga, no.
You never seen the vape beat dudes do the little jellyfish?
Yeah, I see that one.
All right, well, there's a bunch of dope stuff going on, hilarious stuff going on in the internet right now. Probably the biggest thing is this Tekashi debacle. So if you don't know, Tekashi69 is a rapper who grew to stardom in like 6 months. Mm-hmm. He was dropping hit after hit after hit, staying on the billboards. He was dissing every rapper. He thought he couldn't get touched. He was trolling.
He was a new age 50 Cent.
But he was like, I mean, 50 Cent at this point is like trolling executives. This nigga was trolling Chief Keef and Lil Reese and all these crazy dudes.
He's entry level, so you got to make a name for himself. You got to start somewhere.
Man,
when 50 came out, when he came for Ja was one of the hottest in the game at that point.
But was he dangerous?
Well, they got into it originally off of some street beef, so evidently it was, they
got into a knife fight.
A knife fight? I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny that allegation. I just know that they got into it for some street stuff. And so you got to start entry level. Entry level, you got to beef with the people that's on your level. He's a rapper, he got to beat rapper. 50's a producer of a show, so he has to beef with other producers and other people in the game like that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
He rose up. But
he did.
This guy, Tekashi, is pretty much, he said he was affiliated with 9 Trey Bloods. That's why I was yelling Treyway. And then now he's in court telling on everybody.
Nobody is safe.
I'm talking like, it started with him saying that, which was very interesting. He basically said that his affiliation with the gang members is that he was never initiated. They saw him as somebody who makes hits, so he got with them for clout, for protection. Like he was really he really gave us the industry format through this snitching. It's just like, no, they were around me, they were protection. I was pretending to be a gang member for clout. I knew a formula. I just kept giving them money.
Yeah.
So
it's actually a great business plan for a gang. Like if a gang, like if you could compartmentalize like that type of business and keep it away from the drug and real gang activity, so this rapper knows nothing about this.
Yeah,
they can't snitch. It actually is a brilliant market. They just need to set up different barriers. That's what they dropped their guard.
That's what I'm saying, because they were basically using this money that he was making for stuff like buying guns.
Oh yeah,
they were selling heroin and all this stuff. And it's
gang shit.
Exactly.
Typical gang shit.
So what is your rule on snitching?
Don't do it around me. Don't
what do you mean?
Don't do it around me, because I'm gonna tell.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell. Oh, you a snitch. Yeah, but I'm a snitch that's not getting fucked in the ass.
Bro.
He still has the color hair. He's cute to somebody in jail. You understand what I'm saying?
He took that out.
Oh, he took the hair out?
I believe he took it out.
No, because I saw on the braids, when he was in court.
They're not just regular blonde?
I know, I thought they were still colored.
I would hope that he...
Either way, he still got long hair. He's cute to somebody in jail. Somebody's been in jail long enough that when he walks by, they licking his lip like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of that little boy like that.
Hell nah.
Like, and right there, I can't handle that.
No.
I ain't never been fucked in my ass, but I still know for a fact it probably hurts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's horrible.
Yeah. I'm sure it's
I don't
not
think anybody's on the fence about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something that I won't enjoy. So I'm just like, nah, just don't do it around me.
I remember when I was a kid, I had to do, what's the pill that you have to put in your butt?
Oh,
the sedative or something?
Yeah,
or laxative or something like that. And it was like this big. I was like, that's awful. Yeah. I don't get it. It felt like I had to poop, or I was bringing a poop in.
I'm good.
That was the worst thing.
Back in the day, though, I used to be really big. I was an advocate for no snitching. Like back in the day, like the guys who kidnapped me, when my uncle found out about them, rest in peace to my uncle. He just passed a couple weeks ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like you would never hear me talk about it. Like I just like, I don't know what happened to him, and I still, I still don't. Technically, I don't know what happened to him.
Right.
But just leave it at that. So back in the day, I was a big component for it, but now, like once you get older, you be like, oh, God, I'm not risking. It's so much stuff I would never risk for going to. I would never rob a bank.
Right.
Even if, like, oh man, we can get away with $10 million. There's only 4 of us. That means that we ain't getting $10 million. We gonna split that.
My biggest fear is robbing a bank and realizing there's no money in the bank. Because you might get all the way in there and be like, nigga, there's $40 in here.
Yeah, we were closing this branch. We always we actually sent everything over there on West Palm. So
wow.
We just got enough to finish out the day. It was about $12,000.
I feel like snitching is one of those things that people are completely for and like ride for it until they're in the situation.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to be like, snitches get stitches. I would never snitch, blah, 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 until you are facing that time. I don't believe 90% of the people who talk about snitching like, I would never do it, I ain't no snitch. Because you got to think about it. I don't understand the rules of snitching. It's like, I get the whole thing like, oh, my homie, they're asking like, did your homie kill somebody? And you're like, no, I don't know what happened to save your homie.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that snitching applied to your enemies too. Like if somebody murdered your whole family and you're just like, no, I don't know who did it. Like, what? You going to jail for that?
Because you want to get that get back.
But you were gonna be in jail.
Yeah, somebody else can get it for you on the outside.
What?
Tekashi tried to pay somebody $20,000 to shoot Chief Keef.
From the inside of jail?
No, this was when he was out. But I'm just saying, like, everybody got That's my thing. Everybody has a price. Everybody has a price, and it might not be of monetary value. My price is getting fucked in the ass. For that, if that's on the table, I'm going to do whatever I can to avoid that. Damn. Okay, I don't want nothing. Just the thought of a big hairy man just whispering in my ear like, "We're gonna have fun tonight." No. That's what they should be doing in interrogation rooms on like First 48.
Oh, bring somebody who will fuck him.
Fuck that Domino's that Popeyes. Bring in the nigga who is gonna be silly with no shirt on and just Vaseline on his chest.
God. Like, you might have just did
this
something.
One right here. I want this one right here.
I hope the LAPD ain't watching this.
I want this one right here.
Oh, I'm telling on my mama.
He just pull his pants out, just pull his dick, just stroking his dick. Looking at you, I want this one.
I'm telling on my mama, my daddy. Wow, that is crazy. That might work.
That will fuck the game.
Ain't no amount of good cop, bad cop can scare you that much.
There's no amount of loyalty.
Table stand slamming. Tell me.
No, and he just comes in and he just stands there and looks for the first second. They don't even tell you who he is. He just stands there like, so I don't know what happened. Who's this? Who is this dude? Like, don't worry about him yet. Yeah. All right, like I said, I ain't
gotta hit up Big John and make that a skit.
In real life, before this airs, we will make that a skit so nobody can steal the fucking idea. Cause y'all be stealing the shit.
That's great, cause you can have the hardest nigga on the streets. Like, I ain't telling y'all niggas nothing. As soon as that dick come out, you just like, well, I mean, I was there.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard something.
So when you say did I kill him, do you mean like did I fire the first shot or like the one that did it? Because yes to both.
Technically, this gang beat me up to initiate me, so I'm not really their friends. I'm not cool with them like that.
I'm telling you, man.
So this guy is basically facing 47 years. But after all of this telling, they're saying he might be free by next year. 2020.
But is he free? Because you will never be even when he cuts his hair, he's gonna have to undergo. I'm talking hours on top of hours of tattoo surgery removal. For tattoo removal.
Yep.
And then there's still gonna be remnants of it. He's still gonna have the same face unless he gets surgery on his nose and face. Like you still gonna have that.
And he's 23, bro.
Bro, you got your whole life to live in fear
because of 1 year. 1 year of being on top. That's the thing. Clout chasing has gotten crazy. People are literally putting their lives on the line to do this. And now he's putting other people's lives on the line because he was like talking about like, yo, we followed Trippie Redd in a sprinter. He's part of this gang, XYZ. He threw Jim Jones in there. I don't know what Jim Jones is. Jim Jones is like has a kid now going to school.
Jim Jones is making handmade ravioli in his kitchen right now. And he just heard this man like, whoa, what the fuck? He had to do this, wipe off the apron. Wait a minute.
Handmade ravioli.
Niggas at home with the icky. It's like, fam, I don't even know this nigga, man.
That was the best use of the Idris Elba Hot Wings thing. They said basically Jim Jones was at home like, what the fuck? What?
Yo,
man, that is
working
crazy.
On Vamp Life 2 and did not know that he was gonna get thrown under the bus.
He threw Cardi B's name in there. It's bad. It is bad.
Yo, this is like, what can I tell you to get out today?
He's like, fuck all this other stuff. I'm trying to get out today. 2020 is in 4 months. I'm not trying to be in there. And
who been quiet is his baby mama, because she was riding for him for a second. She was riding for him for a second. This nigga started snitching heavy, and I ain't heard of her.
I don't know.
Ooh, Tekashi. Ooh.
Shit, that is, and like all the rappers are talking shit. You know, Snoop is going hard with the
but y'all knew it. You knew when you looked at him. Nobody that's ever been from the streets or just somebody that is perceptive would know that he's not built for the life he was personifying. He's not built for that, dude. Yeah. Like the way he first of all, real people, when they doing that type of shit, when you talking about getting somebody whacked off, you don't talk about it, especially not on camera. He was all on the phone. Here, what hotel? You don't do that type of shit on camera. Like, you really about that life?
When he said he put a 30-pack on Chief Keef?
Yeah.
It was on camera.
It was on camera. You never do that type of shit on camera. It's called plausible deniability. You never be in a place where something could happen or you could be attached to something that can happen. You never do that.
Well, that's where he messed up, because do I believe that, because this game put him through it. You know what I mean? They put him through it. We just saw the kidnapping video. But it's like, if you think that you're not about that life and you would snitch when it came down to it, it's like, yo, don't, like you said, remove me. Don't involve me in all that stuff. Because if he was getting in the fights and he was in the sprinter and looking for Trippie Redd and he was the one that was putting a 30-pack on Chief Keef, like, then you should be willing to go to jail.
Yeah,
if you were involved in all that, then if you were, for me, if it's like, okay, if this is what I got myself into, I'm not about that life. So just do all that stuff over there. So when it comes down to it, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Let that be a lesson to the gangs out there. You guys need to have levels when it comes to what you can provide in the package. You know, if they want to be a part of it, of said drive-by or said 30-pack, then that's a higher level tier. Okay, but you need to know what comes with that. Okay, but if you're not really about that life, you need the entry level where they'll be in your videos. They'll loan you the guns for the videos, and they'll let you say that you're in that gang every 6 months. Assuming that you re-up with them. You have to, resubscribe.
Resubscribe. That's what I'm saying. If you want to be a fake gangster, be fake.
Right.
Be fake. It's like the 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying. That rapper that was like just supposed to look like and then he was just like, when it came down to it, he was like, nope, that's
not really me. No.
If you want to be fake, just be fake. Don't teeter the line, because like if you Chief Keef, I believe Chief Keef.
Everything he says, I've never doubted a word in this.
He was 16 about that action.
Listen, Kozart, I can't call him Chief Keef. I gotta call him Kozart. Kozart did an interview. I forgot who it was with. I feel like it was a TV show.
That's Chief Keef?
Yeah.
What do you call him?
Kozart.
What's that?
That's his real name.
Kozart? Like Mozart, but a C?
Yeah.
I feel like if a nigga
even that name
if I was told a nigga named Kozart was looking for me,
I would do my best to run.
It is over.
So he was doing this interview. I don't know if it was for TV or if it was like for an online site, but the interview was specifically for him, and he very rarely talked. It was him not like just looking down, grabbing his head, like, yeah. I mean, I don't really care.
Those are the people I'm worried about.
My grandma died. I didn't really care about nothing like that.
Oh, really?
Like that.
He said that?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. But I was just saying, like, he didn't do a lot of talking. I believed him. With him not saying nothing, I believe what he said. That was enough to tell me, oh, he really about that action.
Right. As opposed to the dudes like, man, I knock niggas out, blah, blah, blah. I'm balls about that shit.
He's doing too much.
Yo, you know what's funny? Online, people are basically digging up every Tekashi video, and they're just looking at it through, like, a new lens. Like, the video of him on O Block in Chicago, like, and he's just like, where the fuck everybody at? And it's like, there's like birds chirping, and it says like it's 5 a.m. and stuff like that. Like everybody's looking through his videos like a archive, and just like all the stuff. Like there's the video of him like, fuck Chief Keef, blah blah blah. I'm with my brothers, blah blah. And all those dudes are in jail right now, and they're all just kind of looking at him like, man, this, like, you could kind of see. It's like watching a movie the second time, like seeing all the stuff you missed.
I remember when he did that video when he was in front of those apartments and I heard the birds. I was like, bro, that sounds like it's like 4
Oh, so you knew right away.
I was like, he went there when everybody sleep. You talking about where everybody at? Bro, they sleep. They are asleep. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. You could tell.
And I've never been to the hood in Chicago. Don't know when I'm gonna go. But I believe that in Chicago, in a place called O Block, there are niggas outside at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. And there was not a soul. It was like wet. There was like the sprinklers.
That's how you know. Yeah, the sprinklers that just come on. Sprinklers come on before everybody wakes up, so nobody trips over them. Did you get it? No. You didn't get it? Wow. You tried. You did your best.
It's slow as hell. But yeah,
I thought we'd be looking dumb as hell to flies and nets. We'd be like,
or really scary.
Stupid nigga right here.
Probably really scary. It's probably the exact
But we move so slow and that's so fast. They just like, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
So moving on to something hilarious. I don't know. I guess you'll see how I tied this to Takashi, but still no. Have you heard of this viral video that's going around about Wrinkles the Clown?
Yes. Give me your take on it first.
Okay, so just so you guys know, there's a new documentary coming out about a dude named Wrinkles the Clown, and they're basically saying that this clown is putting Pennywise to shame, scary-wise. Side note, I don't think Pennywise is that scary. But it's a dude.
What? Hold on. We'll put a pin in that and come back to it. You don't think Pennywise is scary?
No, have you seen the original It?
No.
It's so bad.
Yeah, but I mean,
it might be the worst movie I've ever seen.
Way back then, yes. But the remake,
I gotta see the remakes.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Oh,
you see the first. First of all, anybody's head that's shaped like that, I don't trust him.
Hilarious. He did have a wild ass.
He had a wild ass watermelon at the top, banana at the bottom. No, thank you.
Now that I know that, I'm gonna be thinking about it like, damn, this nigga's head shape is kind of scary.
Yo, like that cranium is on some different level. But let's go finish with Wrinkles.
So Wrinkles the Clown is about a clown who didn't really get booked like a birthday clown. So parents in Florida, obviously, started paying this dude to come through and scare their misbehaving kids. The video went viral. I guess he had like a little run. And now there's a documentary coming out, and it looks terrifying, actually.
First of all, the fact that you were Wrinkles and you were wondering why you weren't getting booked, it's not really a jolly name, my boy.
You think it's the name?
Yes. That's like Syphilis the Clown. Book me today.
That's pretty funny. It's also look at the mask. Like the mask.
I'm pretty sure this is after he switched it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, if he was going by Wrinkles in the beginning and wondering why he wasn't getting booked, it's like, fam, come on.
But that is a weird business model, and in the documentary he says,
I had to switch it up.
He said I had to get more edgy, and it's like, you're a birthday clown, just switch professions. Like, I have to make this work by making being a birthday clown more edgy. But it's crazy. Like, he's hiding under their beds. Yeah. He's standing in the backyard, like peeking out. Like, this can cause some serious trauma.
Yeah, and I'm always wondering, like to this degree, the parents calling. Are they giving Wrinkles all the information, like where their kids gonna be at, where they live?
Oh, they have to.
But you don't know who this person is in real life. What if he just come back outside of the clown outfit and just rob the shit out of you? Like,
or what if he's a pedophile
and
you're letting him sleep? Like, all right, I'm about to go to bed. You good? Like, get under his bed. He falls asleep at 8 o'clock. And then you just you wake up like, did you, are you gonna behave today? And you just have a dead kid right there. And you're just like, oh, I am insane.
So many bad jokes just came to my mind that I cannot say on this podcast, but we'll put them on the bonus.
Yeah, low-key, I had to remix that as I was saying it and just make him a dead kid. Dead kid was me being so toned down.
That's BG right there. Oh my gosh,
man, that is. I don't know. Like, what do you think? Are you even scared of clowns?
I'm not scared of clowns. I am uncomfortable around clowns when they're not in the proper settings of them. Mm-hmm. Like, you see a clown at a circus or at a fair, carnival, something like that, you expect to see
it's the thing. Right? It's whatever's around him.
But if you just see a clown, like Tony Baker has a really good joke about if a clown rang your doorbell at 10 o'clock, would you open the door? It's like, yo,
that's
true.
That's true. If it's in the forest or something, you're like,
oh my God. You saw a clown just in the parking garage, not like walking to his car, but like in a parking structure, just standing by the elevator.
Oh, just not moving?
Not moving. And he just was like, oh, fam, I'm taking the stairs.
You know what it actually might be? It might be the movement of a clown. Because low-key, if I was at a circus and I saw a clown standing still, I would also be scared.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not the setting. Maybe it's the clown moving. Because if a clown is at a carnival, he's probably giving a kid a balloon, doing like the honk honk. But if he's just standing there, I don't care if it's a carnival. That's terrifying. A clown needs to move.
That would be a dope gang, though. A gang of clowns, like killer clowns. I don't know if you remember. That's an old movie too, but it's like killer clowns out of space. They came out of space and they were like going around killing people. But like a whole gang of dudes dressed like clowns.
That would be.
And they just standing outside your house.
You got a lot of good dark ideas today.
Oh man, I'm the darkest. I'm just bearing my soul. Somebody told me I need to be myself more because I've been trying to shield it. And they was like, man, just embrace it. That's when you really gonna go far. So y'all finna get all the dark shit I think about.
Somebody told you to embrace your dark side. That was at a seance. But here's what's crazy. It says that the Wrinkles, the number is still active. You want to call it?
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
This is we're gonna see if Wrinkles the Clown. Apparently, it's just gonna be a voicemail, and that's when you say your stuff. But let's see what his voicemail sounded like. Hopefully, he doesn't answer. All right, so it's 407.
All right, give me 1 second. 407
734
734
0254
0254. All right, that's a number. I know y'all probably won't be able to say it, but that is it.
Put it on speakerphone.
Yep. I hope this nigga don't get my phone started
What if it's like?
No, you've reached Wrinkles the Clown. I'm not here to take your call. Leave me a message. I'll call you back.
Nigga, what are you doing? These are kids.
I honestly thought the voicemail was gonna be full of wrinkles. I apologize. We'll call back when we find a kid to terrify. Thank you.
Oh damn! I hope you don't make that trace back to my address. It's just
it,
right. Y'all called and didn't book an appointment. He's under my bed. Oh, Wrinkles. He has to be walking around with thousands of voicemails now. He must be getting
especially booked. now that the joint's coming out. He probably just has that phone on, but he probably doesn't even use it. He probably just has it because of
Wrinkles has a burner phone.
Yeah. It's just he never uses it. He calls back from another phone.
He's with a clown bitch in bed.
Yo, what if he only dates chicks that are clowns? Even if you're not a clown, you got to go downstairs and spend 30 minutes of makeup before you can come to the bedroom.
All right, guys. So now we have come to the final segment of the show. This is the conspiracy corner, and this one is dark. Give me darker music this time. Cue the conspiracy music. Japanese internment camps, Unit 731, doing horrible experiments on everyone. Hey, why y'all doing this to people? They are people. They shouldn't be doing all this. They ain't sheeple. They ain't sheeple. Why y'all doing this? I don't know. There's not a lot of things that rhyme with people.
I tried to go deep when you said we need darker music. I was like, is that bass heavy?
I don't know. So I don't know, darker tone.
Oh man, good times.
Today's one is a dark one. This is called Unit 731, and this is basically a super secret biological and chemical warfare research. It's like a center that the Imperial Japanese Army used to do crazy human experiments. And this is one of those things I had to take a break while watching. Low-key, this is I pitched to do this, and I was like, I'm gonna do this another week on another episode.
Is that dark?
Yeah, because it's it's a lot of stuff, and it's kind of a lot. So if you're queasy, you might want to just skip away. But
squeamish.
They did a lot of fucked up stuff, and this was a long time ago, so they were sort of just doing things like cutting people open alive to see the organs, because if they killed them, the organs would shut down. So it's a lot of that, just that's how we work, but just doing it in horrible with no
way. Anesthetic, just
nothing.
I want to see what a heart looks like while it's still pumping.
So it says test subjects were gathered from the surrounding population and sometimes referred to as logs. So basically, how many logs fell is what they said. Basically meaning how many people died during the test that you were working on, right? So this is some pretty fucked up shit. They said that they started with monkeys, primates and stuff like that, and then they upgraded. So they captured criminals, bandits, all that stuff, but there were just, homeless, mentally handicapped, and just random people rounded up by the military in there.
Damn, that's crazy.
Included infants, elderly, pregnant women, the whole nine. This was just as horrible as the Holocaust. So it said that prisoners were injected with diseases disguised as vaccinations so that they could study the effects. Untreated venereal diseases. Female and male prisoners were deliberately infected with like syphilis and gonorrhea, or made each other have sex with someone who was infected.
Wait a second.
Yep.
So you think you getting some free ass?
Nope.
In jail, and you are getting some ass filled with syphilis.
Man, and they were just randomly pairing, so you don't know, like, that could have been somebody in your family or something. Prisoners were repeatedly subjected to rape by guards. There's something called vivisection, which was when, basically what I was saying, without anesthesia, and they were just cut up, cut open. They were infecting them with diseases, like I said before, invasive surgeries, removing organs to study the effect of disease on the human body. Prisoners had limbs amputated to study just the blood loss. Like, boom, like, took them 5 minutes, like literally stuff like that, just killing people off for things. They said that they had their stomach surgically removed, the esophagus reattached to the intestines. The esophagus is your windpipe right here. Parts of organs such as the brains, lungs, and liver were removed. Which is crazy. No anesthetic, like, fam. That's those pop culture references where you see somebody just getting a lobotomy. Like, a lot of these stories are taken.
Before you go on, though, I must admit this is crazy as fuck. However, how else would you know?
Animals.
No, we're not the same.
Animals with similar anatomy.
No, it's not the same.
And even that's cruel.
I mean, it is, but like, the fact that we know we can go 3 days without food, 7 days without water means that somebody went 8 days and died, and somebody went 4 days and died. How else would you know some of this stuff?
But I wouldn't experiment like that. Like, when that time comes, if somebody had a disease that was eating up their arm, then you amputate, and then if you try to figure it out, and if you lose them, you lose them. You don't amputate 20 people who didn't need it just so you're like, all right, so when that one thing happens, we'll save that one guy.
You gotta have a baseline. You can't just...
I'm sure that was their logic. Like, how else would you know?
Yeah, you can't just do it one time on an experiment. You have to have a baseline, and then you do a couple more. There's no other way.
But it's like...
It's fucked up. I get it.
You doing that to cure gonorrhea? To figure out the cure for that?
Hey, man, sometimes you be like, oh, who knew? All you needed to do was just chew a ginger mint.
Hell no. Well, there's other stuff. I'm guessing that this was more for the warfare type of it. But it actually gets a little worse. They said that infected fleas bred in laboratories were spread by low-flying airplanes on Chinese cities. So this was like biological warfare. They basically they bred these fleas, and then they basically flew them and dropped them on these cities. So when you think about that, that's terrifying. You can basically use anything for war. It's not just as easy as a bomb or napalm. But it said, this military aerial spraying killed tens of thousands of people with bubonic plague epidemics.
Bubonic plague just sounds scary. I'm still not sure exactly what it is.
Sounds cute to me.
But I remember hearing it in a rap, and it was like, took a hit of that bubonic chronic, and I was like, oh, bubonic. I like that.
And then it's just like you look
it
up.
I think it was Dog Pound or Snoop or somebody.
But if you look it up, you're just like, that weed was probably ass. Yeah, bubonic weed?
That shit killed him.
That was Reggie. But what's crazy is that they would put paratyphoid germs, whatever that is, into the wells, marshes, and houses of the city, and they infused them into the snacks to be distributed amongst the locals. So at this point, you're just like, whoa.
You didn't stand a chance if you were living close by them, bro.
Fam, but then you start thinking like, damn, what's our government doing to us?
Right.
Because this is all stuff that like actually happened.
I always think about like the chemtrails that I used to see.
Yeah, what are those?
The planes, and they like supposedly like, I don't know, they're supposed to like keep the insect control and all of that. Well, I'm sorry. There was some that was supposed to be the myth behind it was supposed to be like for insects and stuff like that, and it was like population control and all that type of stuff.
Right.
But a pilot says that that the trails that we see are literally just moisture leaving the cloud and it being spread.
I don't think that's true. Because you be seeing planes driving by or flying by that don't have that, and then you'll see one that's like it's just leaving thick amounts of that. And then I've seen some that were like pink and red, like crazy ones that people just started taking pictures like, yo, what is this? Because they say that it's like mind control.
Yeah.
We should do like a whole conspiracy theory on chemtrails.
We should
I do
do a
want to know
whole
more.
conspiracy theory show. Well, nothing but conspiracy theories.
You know what? They tried to get that for Internet is Undefeated, and I tried to push that, but they said it was too close. But
nah, fuck that. We're doing it on ours. Just one special episode. All
special
conspiracy
bonus.
theories.
All conspiracies.
Yeah.
So they actually now this your logic holds up on how else would you know weapon testing. They threw grenades at people and positioned them at various distances. They tested with flamethrowers. They were tied to stakes and using pathogen-releasing bombs, chemical weapons, explosive bombs. They were literally tying niggas to sticks and dropping bombs on them. That's wild.
That's so fucked up. And I'm not laughing at that by any means. I'm laughing at the visual of somebody telling, like, hey, just stand right there. Like, right here? Like, yeah. It's like, what's that? It's a grenade. Boom!
Oh, he blew up. Nigga, the last 100 people blow up. You just doing this for fun at one point? All right, I'm going to throw it a little further. Oh, he still blew up. Like, nigga, what are you testing? What are you testing? He's going to blow up. It's a bomb. He blew up into several pieces that time.
I need to see what happens when I throw it underhand with my left.
What if they had markers, like 50 yards, 70 yards to see? Like a hand, like, hey! Kim wins. Who had 70? That is dark. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I at one point I was like, man, the reason why I postponed this one, I was like, man, there's no joke's gonna be after I start this.
Oh,
nope.
Man, sorry.
Sorry. Another one that you this one's bad. Deprived of food and water to determine the length of time until death.
Like I said, I didn't even know that was in here, but that was my first argument. How else would you know?
This one's rough. Placed into low pressure chambers until their eyes popped from the sockets.
Oh my God.
Experimented with temperatures, with like heat and cold, burns, electrocution. Spun until death.
Oh. Can
you imagine?
I can't do spinning. Like, I don't do spinning roller coasters. Like
That's the worst one you heard so far?
Yes. Kill me. I can't do that one, fam. Kill me. Some of it don't, like the fasting one. I was like, because I've thought about, like, before I started losing weight.
Okay.
I've thought about, like, what organ could I use that would have me in a hospital for like 3 weeks and I would lose like 20, 30 pounds. I'm literally, that's the fattest thing I've
miserable though.
Yeah, but I mean, you just drink a juice and Jell-O. But
why can't you just do that without losing an organ? Why can't you just start that diet today?
Because let's say
it's gotta be life-threatening.
No, not that. It's like your job won't fire you for it if you're in the hospital. If you just miss work for 3 weeks while you try to just diet, like, you fired. But
That's
if you
have horrible
have
diet plan, the Tahir's bedridden.
If you got health insurance, diet. Why not? Because they're going to have a nurse come in and still push your legs back so your limbs still work and shit. You don't lose mobility.
How much money would it cost to stay in the hospital for 3 weeks?
It
like $50,000.
It just depends on the organ.
Is it?
I feel like it does.
I thought just
like if they try to send you home after a week, you got to fake it. You got to like hold your IV.
Don't do that, guys. That is not a diet plan.
Beep, 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 beep. It's flatlining. You have to wake up before they charge you because if they charge you while you're awake, you die.
I'm just trying to picture your diet commercial just like, do you have all your organs? Could you spare one? Well, come on down to Tahir's diet plan. We'll get you fucked up.
This will get you right.
So spinning to death is Tahir's. That's your.
That's why I draw the fucking line.
So that's the worst one so far. What about injected with animal blood, lethal doses of X-rays? Could have got some superheroes out of that. Chemical gas chambers injected with seawater, buried alive. What were they testing? What were they testing with burying somebody alive? How? They dig it up. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Wow. No way. Yeah. Injecting horse urine into prisoners' kidneys. Or amputating limbs and re-sewing them to other stumps on the body.
Wow.
That is a bored scientist.
That's a mad scientist.
All of these are mad scientists.
Don't you ever put my hand where my foot supposed to be just to see if gloves look good down there.
What about horse urine in your kidney?
I guess I want to see how strong the kidneys are. Have you heard of horse pee? Horse be peeing loud and hard as hell.
What's
bro.
that got to do with you think the chemical makeup is different?
The diet isn't it? They'll drink water out of a trough that's got flies and bugs all in it and shit, and they don't get sick from the shit. So yeah, guess you want to see how strong human kidneys are.
This shit makes me queasy, bro. They were testing syphilis by they were forcing them to have sex with each other, and then they were cut open and they looked at the organs at different stages of the infection. That's
messed up. I get the whole no anesthesia though, because for some of it, if you have anesthetic, you can gauge the true effect that it's having on the person in some of the instances. Then also like all right, let's say if you cut a chest open. You're looking at the heart. From that pain, you're gonna see that the heart is moving differently. If they have anesthetic, it might not be doing the same thing. You don't know what the pain tolerance is.
So you're saying there might be some
legit science behind it.
But
I'm also a science nerd. It was my favorite core study coming up. So
really,
yeah.
I couldn't see a lab coat that would fit around you. We needed other people there for that one.
It was good. I just didn't want to give it to him.
When you're the only other person in the room, it feels like a bomb. You're just like, well, that didn't hit at all.
It was good, but I just couldn't give it to him. Not in that moment. I had to let him sweat a little bit.
Oh, my God. Bro, it said that the prisoners, when they were infected with syphilis, they called their vagina, they referred to them as jam-filled buns.
That is just not okay.
God.
By any means.
Okay, the worst one. It said that there was frostbite testing. They basically took them outside, dipping various appendages into water, and allowed the limb to freeze. Once frozen, which testimony from a Japanese officer said, after the frozen arms were struck with a short stick, it emitted a sound resembling on which a board gives when it's struck. So they would basically hit the limbs until it sounded like a board. Then ice was chipped away and the area was doused in water again. The effects of different water temperatures were tested by bludgeoning the victim to determine if the areas were still frozen. That might be the worst one. You cold, then you get your ass beat, then you put water on you until your shit is basically broken off.
That shit sounds horrible. Because you ever wash your hands when your hands were too cold? Especially by people in the Midwest and out East, they know, like, if you come inside and your hands are cold, you ain't have no gloves on, and you try to run your hands in the warm water to like warm them up, it feels like needles. If the water literally feels like
it's
needles.
Terrible.
It's horrible.
Or when you get out of like the pool or something, if you swimming at night and you get a breeze. I know this is not comparable at all,
but that
shit sounds like a vacation.
We'll allow it.
The wind is on you and you just like, you don't got no towel. It's like not having a towel from the pool to the house, but like billions of times worse. That's just the only way my safe little life can compare to fucking biological warfare.
But that is bad.
Jesus. And then obviously all the rape and forced pregnancy that you can think of. But yeah, this was going on. This was all going on in Japan. This is literally like, when you think of mad scientists, you think of like...
Wait, was it Japan or was it China? I thought you said they dropped the fleas like on a Chinese...
Yeah, this was in Japan.
Okay.
But it seems like maybe they were just rounding a bunch of people up. Like they said that there were some Russian people in here. Because I said that they...
they just got criminals and...
They were just rounding people up. But yeah, in terms of the biological warfare, they did drop it on the Chinese populace.
Wow. That's crazy.
So yes, I kind of see why they don't like each other.
That's a good reason not to fuck with somebody right there.
Damn.
You dropped the killer fleas on my uncle and them.
Man, for real. Like, it's crazy to think that like in Japan, they have, or basically every other culture, they have history that's as horrible as our black African-American slavery, and they're just like living with it like we are. Because this is some shit, especially if you got some ancestors that came from this and they remember it.
Yeah.
This is a minute.
But see, like, we don't know, like, how long Unit 731 was. We know how long slavery was. So, like, I don't know if there's a way to gauge how many people were affected and died from this versus, like, you know, how many people affected and died from, like, slavery.
It's crazy because the Japanese were not playing around, and neither were the Mongolians. Like, I think Bill Burr has a great joke about how everybody says when somebody's the most evil, they're the Hitler of that thing. Have you heard that joke?
No.
He talks about how whenever somebody's evil, they're the Hitler. But if you look at the stats of all these villains, Hitler wasn't even putting up numbers like that. Like the Japanese emperors and the Chinese emperors were doing like crazy amounts of, and then he said Hitler's didn't have like barely any stats. He was just like, I know this is fucked up, but if you use the whole sports reference thing, and I think about that all the time because there are war leaders that have been doing crazy amounts that don't even compare to the stuff we've been hearing about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Unit 731. It's horrible. If you're into that kind of stuff, research it. It happened. And
I can't do the spinning.
This is mad scientists on
the
steroids.
spinning took me out. That's when I'm like, all right, fam.
Spin to death.
I can't. Take me outside to the frost. I can't do the spin. Is there another option? I can't. I don't do it on
the frost over the. You think you did that first?
Oh yeah. I'll take that any day. I can lose his arm.
The frost does it for me.
Oh no, man. Fuck that.
Give me Sub-Zero fatality me. Give me syphilis.
Give me syphilis, but don't give me spins.
Oh wow! It says it does have deaths. Estimated deaths was from 200,000 to 400,000 from biological warfare, over 3,000 from inside experiments, which is bad but not too bad, and at least 10,000 prisoners dead. Okay, so this was very focused.
Yeah.
It wasn't millions and millions and millions. Yeah. But hey, it was, these for how extreme these experiments were. I couldn't see them doing crazy amount because that's a lot.
It's a lot of logs.
That's a lot of logs. Damn, I felt terrible saying that. That's like the hard. That's like the hard ER. And then injuries. Wow, they have an injuries thing. 775. That means some people came out with that fucked up memory. Woo!
That's the frostbitten people. They survived. That and the syphilis people. But they were never the same again.
He can make jokes out of anything. This was the testing grounds. You didn't throw about you had a whole set within this. So if you can turn this into a set, there might be let's see how dark we can go. This has been another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. I'm sorry we darkened your life up like that. Make sure you guys check out for these shirts, man.
We out here with it.
Get scaried up.
It is scary.
And make sure you check out the Patreon for the bonus, and the
discounts.
The discounts.
Yeah, man. We're working on some great stuff for you guys. You're going to really like it. And we only going to give it to our people. So, you know what I'm saying? We out here, fam.
Until next week, guys.